This conference will now be recorded.
Hey, can y'all hear me okay?
Well, greetings, everyone.
Okay,
My name is
it doesn't look
Kelly
like someone.
Austin. I work at the Nacogdoches County Chamber of Commerce, and we appreciate you joining the Nacogdoches Chamber Stakeholder Conference call today. Looks like a good group is joining us. We're going to have great updates coming in from our community leaders, leaders across our region, actually. But we have a featured guest today. We are recording this call. It'll be available later on the Nacogdoches County Chamber's YouTube channel. We do invite the media to either listen in or watch that recorded version as well. So hopefully we will get some other information communicated to our community through that. Today we have with us to start off the call Christina Ward. Christina is Business Relations Coordinator for Texas Workforce Solutions in the Vocational Rehabilitation Services area. Christina and I had a chance to talk a few weeks ago, and I was really impressed with everything that she handles in her area and what she can share with our business owners, managers, and folks looking to utilize more services in their business. So she is an SFA graduate, Axum Jacks, right? She has a lot of great experience, not only in her field, but in her special interests. She has served on the Nacogdoches Mayor's Committee on People with Disabilities. She is a certified rehabilitation counselor and a certified business technical assistant consultant. She does enjoy going after new adventures. That might be another thing we could talk about later, Christina. I'd love to hear what other adventures you like to seek out, as well as spending time with her family. So with that, I'm going to turn it over to Mrs. Ward. Hi, Christina.
Good morning. Can y'all hear me okay?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. Thank you for that introduction. Sadly, I'm having a little bit of a computer glitch with my camera this morning, but as long as y'all can hear me okay, that is all that matters. Um, it looks like when my computer shut me down just a second ago, it took me off as the presenter, so I am not able to pull the PowerPoint up real quick. So I didn't know if you wanted to see if that would grant me permission
You should have an
again.
invitation to be presenter.
Okay, all right, so let's see if it will let me share my screen really quickly. See if it wants to cooperate. It is moving faster than it was a second ago when it kicked me off, so fingers crossed. So I'll go ahead and get started while I'm waiting for the screen. So yes, my job, I've been with vocational rehab for 19 years, and I'm very passionate about the job I get to do. This is a different role than I've been in for the last several years, but this role allows me to meet with businesses. So my main duties for vocational rehab, which is the program that works with persons with disabilities and limitations in order to allow them to return to the labor market. So my job now is I have the ability, instead of working a little more directly with the clients as a counselor, I now have the availability to go out and meet with the businesses and talk with everyone in the community about employability for those that are within that population. And so I talk about the services that we have available that not only impact them going back to work, but also the services that impact you as an employer and how our services can enable us to work together to get the not only the customer employed, but also to have a positive outcome for you as the employer as well. So let me see if it will let me share. So I see it up. Can y'all see the first page okay? Okay, so let me see if it's going to let me do the slideshow. I'm going to pin it real quick. If y'all don't mind, I'm going to go ahead and turn my camera off just so it'll see if it will work a little better. Oh, okay, there, maybe we've got it. So I can go. Okay, turn that camera off. Okay, So I'm going to move to the next part of the slide if it will let me move over. Okay, perfect. Looks like it went one too far though. Okay, so one of the things I want to talk about is I want to talk about the availability for me to work with you within your business and what I can do as an added benefit in order to help our clients with vocational rehabilitation get employed. So some of the things that I have the opportunity to do when I meet with businesses, and I cover a very large geographic area. I cover not only here in deep East Texas, but I cover all the way over to Southeast Texas, Beaumont, Vidor, basically all the way up to the Houston border, Houston line in Harris County, and all the way over to Louisiana border. And so, and then of course here all the way up towards Tyler, Longview, in that direction as well. So I do a lot of individualized recruiting, which is where I can go out to you as a business and I can talk with you about pre-screened clients that we have that we work with that are ready to go into the labor market. This gives you that opportunity to, one, look into maybe a gap that you've had within your employment, gives you the opportunity to talk about tax credits. It gives you the opportunity to talk about some paid work experience training that I can talk with you about if you hire on that customer. So one of the things that we have is we have the opportunity as an employer for TWC is to actually hire, if you do a paid work experience, we pay that customer salary for 12 weeks while they come in and get the opportunity to learn and see whether or not you feel that they would be a good candidate for your business. So it's a win-win. It gives you that opportunity to see if they would be a good fit. And then it also gives them the opportunity to gain job skills, gain knowledge, have a little bit of an income coming in, and then hopefully if they, are not a good fit for your business, you give them that opportunity to have a good reference for the next employer that they can go into. And generally, these job services are for those that have maybe been out of work for a while due to the disability. And now they're to a point where services through our agency have allowed them to go back into the labor market. So we do a lot of trying to do individualized recruiting. We do disability hiring and retention. So we'll talk about in a minute. One of the slides talks about 1 out of every 4 persons has a disability. So if you imagine you have a family of 5, 1 out of 5, 1 out of your household could have some type of disability or limitation. And that's one of the things that we have to think about when we're trying to look in helping our clients move into the labor market. So we try to do job retention. It may be that some of your employees are not coming to you because they're scared that, hey, they don't want to get singled out because now they're starting to develop some type of limitation with being able to perform their job duties, whether it's a hearing loss, a vision loss, a physical limitation. And so what happens is in just a few minutes, I'm going to talk about the other side of the services that we can provide when it comes to vocational rehab. So not only for me, I can come in and help provide services and talk about what I can do to help your business retain the employment that you already have. I come in and I do disability awareness and education. A lot of times we have those quarterly requirements of training. And so I can come in and do disability awareness and education services with your staff, talk about sensitivity training, what it means to work with someone that may or may not have certain limitations and disabilities within your employment, and how to interact appropriately. So awareness and education is something I get the opportunity to work on. And then, of course, training to match your needs as the employer. So again, talking about work-based learning. We have a program I'll talk about in a second as well. It's called the Sept program, and it's a program that is specifically geared towards employers that have a high turnover in certain job duties. So our goal is to find out what that job is and see if we can train people specifically for those jobs that you have a high turnover, so that hopefully they would be good candidates, because it is pretty not only costly with time, but also manpower in order for you to have to continue to go back and forth with the hiring and recruiting process. So we have a STEP, STEP program where we can come in and we can provide them work-based learning and training specifically for that job. See if this will let me. There we go. Assistive technology consultation. And the good thing about this, which I may have forgot to mention, is all these services that I have the opportunity to provide are all free of charge to you as the employer. So all these are free services. So one of the things we talk about is assistive technology. We can do a no-cost assessment, come into your business and find out if you have any specific type of accommodation needs or requirements that may benefit the current employees that you have to help with job retention. We also help with accommodations and technology for the clients that we may get placed or hired at your business. We help with the, let's say if we have someone who's blind or visually impaired, we can pay for their computer software, their programming, and those type of things as well. In order to help them be successful there at the job. So the employer is not out that type of technology in order to help an employee with a disability get hired on. And then, of course, there's always our financial incentives. And I've got those listed on another slide presentation, talking about the business value of state and federal tax incentives to hire our persons with disabilities and limitations. And of course, as always, this also includes our veteran population for Texas workforce. We have a lot of veteran opportunity programs as well. So they may fall within this area that we're trying to get hired as well. I'm not going to go over all of them because I am going to provide this presentation for you to go back and look over, because one of the things I do like to do is my email is in the footnote down at the bottom on every slide. So please take the opportunity and write it down. I don't want you to miss out on it in case you have any questions. But there's a couple of statistics talking about according to the CDC data in 2001 alone, there's estimated almost 6 million adults in the state of Texas that have disabilities. And again, that equals out to 1 in 4 adults have a disability. And it talks about we have over 70,000 Texans within the age of 18 to 64 that are out there seeking employment in order to better their lives and enrich that for that of their family. And then one of the things that's always important is sometimes employers think that certain accommodations may cost a lot. And it shows a statistic that only 50% of accommodations, they cost nothing at all. And then most cost less than $500, which is something that our agency, Vocational Rehab, can help with. And then of course, almost 500,000 Texans over the age of 25, they have a bachelor's degree of higher education, and they're still looking for employment. So just a couple of numbers I'd like to throw out there. I'm going to go this one pretty quickly. This is just kind of a brief recap. It's bulleted, so it pops out and makes it a little easier for you to see. But this one is need to find good employee or keep a valued employee. Again, all these services that I'm going to be mentioning are free for you as a business. And what I can do is come in and I can try to tailor any services that you need in order to help you either maintain or obtain a person with a disability or limitation that's desperately seeking to get back into the labor market, and what I can do to help them. Anything from training to job placement, come out and evaluate your employment. And these are, of course, I can help with pre-screen candidates, making sure they're a right fit, customized training for them, talk about those job accommodations, talk about those tax incentives, and then, of course, the value of retaining your staff. And then the other thing I can do, of course, is come out and do a job analysis. Maybe you're not quite sure if your employment is conducive to diversity work inclusion. We can come out and I can talk with you about any concerns that you may have on that. I know I've only got 15 minutes, so I'm going to kind of keep on going, and then y'all can ask questions. So the next slide is just a quick little kind of cap on some of the financial incentives out there, such as the work opportunity tax credit for hiring a person within the qualified job seeker category with a disability or limitation. There's a disability access credit. I'm not sure if you're aware of that, where if you have expenditures for the purpose of providing access to a person with disability, then you may qualify for that tax credit. A barrier removal tax deduction. So if you go in and you make some architectural changes or transportation barrier removal for a person with a disability or the elderly, you may qualify for that tax deduction. And of course, there's our fidelity bonding. This is a really important one, especially when we're here in this East Texas area where we have a lot of manufacturing and foundry type population of employment. And what the fidelity bonding does is this is up to a $5,000 bond that if you were to hire a person within a certain group, disabilities, those that are re-entering from, maybe the criminal system, and they are going to be working with equipment or tools. There's a $5,000 bond that you can apply for. If something were to happen, you can get reimbursed for that type of equipment or tools if should something happen based upon that person with a disability or limitation. So fidelity bonding, we've gotten that one's been pretty popular here lately. See the next. Of course, this is just the flyer for the tax opportunity. It gives you a little more information. One quote is a company saved over $114,000 on their federal income taxes on that year by hiring 85 qualified employees in their restaurants. So, so that's a pretty significant chunk, $114,000 for 1 year in tax incentives. And then let's see if it'll let me go. There we go. And so this has got a lot of information. That's why I'm going to provide the PowerPoint presentation. I am also happy to send you over any of these flyers in an email. So feel free to write down my email and I can send it over, and that way you can print it out and look at it. But it just breaks down all the savings information for you by the different types of category, which many of you may have not known. But if you've got someone who's hired that's on TANF, or ex-felons, or of course definitely those with vocational rehab, there's a couple of different opportunities that you may be missing out on those tax credits as well. And then of course, okay, so that is my amazing job as the business relations coordinator, getting to come out, talk with you as a business, and providing you with candidates. But how do we get these candidates? Who are our candidates? They are the adults, specifically I'm talking about right now. We have an adult population and then we have a transition population. But these are the adults that are coming in that have had some type of disability or limitation. And it is an eligibility program. So they are wanting to prepare to go back to work. They're trying to discover new jobs that maybe now they can't return to what they were doing previously because of a disability. They're trying to keep their existing job, which is job retention, or we also pay for advancement. Sadly, a lot of times those with disabilities and limitations, they don't advance as quickly or promoted as quickly. And so we can help and assist them with, gathering education and training and certification that would enable them to move forward with some advancement and promotion opportunities. So that's one thing that we do work with. This is a very, not as long as the next one, but disabilities. Of course, when you think of disabilities, it's limitless on what they may qualify for, from visual, from deafness to deaf blind, of course, mental health, substance abuse, intellectual disabilities, learning disabilities, of course, neurodevelopmental disorders, autism, ADHD, of course, our traumatic brain injury and our spinal cord injury customers, things such as arthritis, fibromyalgia, and then any other type of physical disability that prevents them from being able to go to work or maintain employment. So they could qualify for under our program. Okay, don't let your eyes glaze over. This is a large list, but this is an amazing list, right? We want this list to be long because this is the list of all the different type of services that we could look into providing. And it's all individualized based on what that customer needs. So of course, as professional counselors, we provide the guidance and counseling necessary to talk with them about what they need. We pay for medical appointments to find out what their disability extent is so that we'll know how we can fit them with an employer. We send them to treatment. We purchase hearing aids. When I was a counselor there at SFA on the campus, I had a lot of customers that came in from different areas of SFA because now they had a hearing impairment. It was gradually preventing them from being able to do their job duties. Wheelchairs, scooters. We assist with a lot of artificial limbs for those that have had amputations, especially with diabetes, which, as you know, is on the rise. So there's a lot more amputations than there used to be. Medical appointments. We help with psychological and vocational assessments. We do therapy. We pay for aqua therapy, occupational, physical, and speech therapy as needed. We do physical restoration. And so what that is surgeries. I've done back surgeries. I have done hip surgeries, knee replacements. If they come in and they have something that's preventing them from physically being capable of performing their job duties, they may be able to qualify. Even if you have insurance, that is what is important. It does not disqualify you from this program. What happens is a lot of times your insurance will be primary and our agency can be secondary. Because I don't know if many of you have looked into hearing aids. They're almost $10,000 to get a set of hearing aids that we can look into assisting with. We help with vocational adjustment training, soft skills. A lot of our customers are coming in and they don't know what it means to be punctual. They don't know what it means to interact with a supervisor or that you're supposed to call if you're going to be late, right? So we do this a lot with our transition students, starting in high school, teaching them these transition soft skills. Of course, since we work with those with visual impairments, we pay for Braille training. We do orientation ability. We do assistive technology. We help with computers and screen reader software, magnification. And the other one that we do have a big one is we do work with vehicle modifications, which, as you know, are very, very expensive. 40, 50, 60, $70,000 for a vehicle modification for someone who may, have a physical challenge and need to be able to still provide transportation for themselves. We also do hand controls. And then, of course, we do sign language and cart services. So it's a very long list, but it's a wonderful list. So I wanted to try to make sure that you are aware that those are all the different types of services that either you or a family member or a high school student may need to look into taking advantage of. And I know my time's getting close, so I'm going to just go quickly. This is job match and job placement services. Again, if you have an opportunity, I can place one of our qualified customers maybe within your business, and we can pay for them for what's called a paid work experience or a STEP initiative program. This is up to 12 weeks, up to 32 hours, where we as the state paid their salary. Who wouldn't like someone else to pay someone's salary for 12 weeks, right? And then give that opportunity to hopefully hire them on if they end up being a good candidate. But if they're not, then we could move on to the next opportunity for them, but they've gained skills within that time. And then, of course, we do the same thing with our youth during the summer. We do a 5-week, but that's strictly for them to learn skills and not really as much employment. Okay, these are some statistics. I'm just going to go ahead and bypass these, talking about the importance of our soft skills. So that'll be on the slide presentation. Of course, the most top 15 site job skills. I got this from Miss Lisa, who's on here, talking about these, especially nowadays, are some of the skills that are severely lacking whenever you're trying to recruit and hire candidates for your business. These are things that we can train our customers on. So that's what's important on that slide. Another one just talking about the importance of disabilities and some of the statistics. And then last but not least, I hope that's okay. I'll just go straight to thanks for letting me join. And I'm going to turn my camera back on. And if you have any questions for me.
Does anyone have any questions for Christina? That was very informative.
Like I said, please write down my email. And if you have any questions or you want a copy of anything, please let me know.
I think listening to you speak about what you do, Christina, shows your passion for finding meaningful work for people in our region, as well as benefiting the businesses that we have here. So thank you for what you're doing.
Thank you. Thank you. It's a very rewarding job, so it makes it nice when we can get our clients out there and get them employed. And
And
income rate changes a lot.
I will share your contact information as well in the recorded version. Okay?
Okay, perfect. Thank you. And I'm going to go ahead and stop sharing.
Okay, please stay on the call if you'd like, and you can hear the other updates.
Thank you, everyone.
We're gonna move on over to Trey Turner with
Thank
Stephen
you.
F. Austin State University. He is the Associate Vice President. Excuse me, Trey, you're the Associate Vice President for University Advancement.
Well, thank you. I appreciate it. Good morning to everybody. We do have a couple of exciting updates from campus, so I'll dive right in. From an academic program standpoint, a couple of notable things taking place. SFA and University of Texas at Tyler recently announced a partnership on an early assurance program for pharmacy. Like many in the many fields in the medical field, pharmacy is another occupation that is underrepresented, not only in our area, but there are shortages throughout the country. So we're trying to, SFA and in combination with UT Tyler and some other universities in the region and in the state of Texas, we're trying to meet that need. So what this program will do was it will grant SFA students 4 to 5 seats in the UT Tyler pharmacy program by allowing them also to apply early before normal applicants would come in by several months, actually. And the main focus of the program is to provide clinical training in East Texas, and then hopefully through that training and through these early admittance from SFA, the hope is that the graduates of this pharmacy program will remain in East Texas after their graduation and seek careers in this area. So it's an exciting program, and it's a great opportunity for the students that will be able to take part in it. Next, I would say that the Mickey Elliott College of Fine Arts will unveil its permanent art collection at a reception this Thursday at 6:30. This will take place on the second floor lobby of the newly renovated and expanded Griffith Fine Arts building. The collection includes selected works from former art faculty, current art faculty, as well as alumni, and a few guest artists as well. If you've driven by the building recently, you might have spotted some of the installations. So this permanent art collection includes art that is located inside the building and then outside on the grounds, and will remain for quite a while. So they're excited about that, to unveil that, and that's kind of one of the final added touches to the expansion and renovation of that Griffith Fine Arts building. So we're very excited about that. That should be a really nice, well-attended reception. And again, it's 6:30 this Thursday. A couple of very important dates that are upcoming. I'll start with the one towards the end of the month that will impact a lot of people in our community and in our region. Family Day weekend will be Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, September 20th through the 22nd. This is that one time during the fall when families are invited to campus, and there are a whole list of activities that are available to them, as well as the football game. This is going to be hundreds, if not thousands, of families that will descend on Nacogdoches that weekend. So we've got a great opportunity for our local businesses and community partners to take advantage of that. A lot of activities, as I said, are available that weekend, not just the football game. And there is a website that I'll make available here in the comments shortly. But we will be playing that Saturday, Northern Colorado. SFA will be playing them in football at Homer Bryce Stadium, and kickoff is scheduled for 7 p.m. that evening. So, like I said, I'll provide a website that will give you a list of activities that will be taking place over the course of those 3 days. Sooner than that, so a week from tomorrow, we'll launch SFA's annual Giving Day. So this is we always do, this is the fourth time that we have done SFA's annual Giving Day, and it coincides with the university's anniversary. So September 18th of 1923 is when SFA first held classes, and we honor that day every year by hosting this Giving Day. And we've had enormous success in years past, and we already are experiencing really good success with this year. We have a different goal this year. Rather than a dollar amount goal, we have a donor goal. So this year we wanted to reach 500 individual donors to SFA Giving Day. You can give for as little as $5. So it's easy entry, it's quick, and it's an easy process. In fact, I have put the Giving Day link in the comments section. It's givingday.sfasu.edu. Very simple to navigate. You can look at the leaderboards. There are incentives for the top 3 colleges and the top 3 athletic sports. So if you help them win, they'll get unrestricted funds that have been provided by donors in advance to help build those programs. So there's some stiff competition that's taking place. We already have over 300 donors, but you will see us launch. There's preliminary information that's already gone out, but you'll see us launch in a really big way across all of the university athletics, SFASU Foundation, SFA Alumni Association. Through all of those social media platforms, you'll see a big push as we go into next week and certainly the day of. Please get involved. It's an important initiative. All of these funds are unrestricted. If you give $30 or more, you get a free t-shirt. I guess it's not free because you have to give $30, but it's a great t-shirt. It's really comfortable. It's a great way to celebrate the day. And we just have such a great platform this year. It's so easy. It's competitive. It's fun. We're watching it by the hour, and we keep getting updates, and everybody's really getting involved. And so far, it's been a super experience. So we look forward to seeing what all the results are at the end of next Wednesday. But please take part in that. So those are the 2 big important dates. And then, of course, as I've mentioned in previous calls, there's still construction on our new dining hall that's at the corner of Wilson Avenue and East College Avenue. So you may want to avoid those areas because periodically, due to whatever equipment is being used at the time, there is limited traffic flow through that intersection. And that likely will continue through the rest of this fall. They hope to open up the new dining hall. It's going to have sometime mid-spring of next year. So we're all looking forward to that. And of course, our $80 million project for the new Arthur Temple College of Forestry and Agriculture building is still in the planning phases, but we may be taking down the existing structure as early as this December. So exciting things on campus, a lot of construction, a lot of activity. We're pumped. We hope you are too, and hope you'll get involved in our Giving Day.
Thanks, Trey. Those are great updates from the university. Did anyone have any questions for Trey? All right. Well, with the city of Nacogdoches, we have our public information officer, Kevin Meyer, joining us. Hi, Kevin. And you have to unmute.
Hello, can everybody hear me?
You're good.
Perfect. I don't know why it wasn't working last time we had this, but glad it's working this time. Just a couple things from my end. First, for anybody who's not aware or maybe is aware but hasn't seen the latest, Tropical Storm Francine does appear like we're going to miss the worst of that, but we probably will still get, let's see, the estimate is 1 to 2.5 inches of rain in our area on Wednesday through Thursday afternoon. So plan for that, expect that, but hopefully we won't get anything worse than that. The city will continue to monitor the situation. We'll release any updates if we get them that would cause more concern. Upcoming, actually tonight, is the special city council meeting regarding the 2024-2025 budget, specifically related to the public's opportunity to come and comment on it. So if you are interested in that is an option. That's will begin at 5:30 at City Hall. And then upcoming on the October 1st is National Night Out, which is a event centered around focusing on building a good relationship between local law enforcement and the community. So there will be different communities that are having block parties. And then we will be hosting the main city one at the C.L. Simon Recreation Center from 5 to 8 p.m. on Tuesday, October 1st. So we'll have games, we'll have some vehicles there from City PD, refreshments, and all sorts of other little fun things to get involved with. So bring your family, come on out, spend some time. It'll be a good time. That's all I got.
Thank you, Kevin. Any questions for Kevin? All right, we can stay with the city of Nacogdoches. We have the executive director of Visit Nacogdoches with us. Hi, Ashley. Ashley Morgan.
Hi. Good morning. Can you hear me? Okay. So the big news this weekend is the Old Town Rig Down. That will be the 3rd annual event, and this year they're expecting 130 trucks downtown. So just for reference, in previous years it was 100. So they're adding at least 30 more, plus vendors, plus 2 nights of concerts, and of course their light show that the kids love. And it's going to be so much fun. So I highly recommend you all come downtown this weekend and check out the trucks and support our local businesses while you're here. These guys are big supporters of the community, and they like to give back, and so we're really excited to see what they can do this year. I think I heard that they are wanting to put some money towards the baseball complex, and so I think that's going to be really exciting for us. Did want to mention Randy Hauser and Neil McCoy will be playing Saturday night in Festival Park. This is a free concert. I think that's just absolutely amazing for locals and visitors. I mean, how often do you get to do something for free these days? So come down to the park and come listen to some great music with us. It also kicks off the Brick Street Burger Battle, which is a Main Street initiative to get people to come downtown and try our amazing restaurants. Even restaurants that you wouldn't think would participate in making burgers are participating, like Pemberley's, who was a past winner, by the way. So this is going to happen from September 13th to October 18th. And you'll get a punch card where you go around and you try all the burgers and fill out your punch card, turn it in, and then you can win cash. And then you also get to help crown the champion by voting for your favorite burger. So I'm really excited about that event for a multitude of reasons. And I wanted to let everyone know that we have some new billboards going up today. So these are the ones at the 59 South, if you're coming from Lufkin, entrance over by the Lugnuts and Sigma Chi House. So it used to say Texas Pride. We have a knack for that, and it's been faded for a few years now. So we have a new vinyl going up today, and then we also have one going up on Highway 7 at the other entrance of town. We would eventually like to get all 4 major entrances to town, but we're working through some property and maintenance issues. But just know that that's a major initiative of the CVB and its board, is they'd really like to see more billboards in the area and beyond the area. And I think we're all really inspired right now by SFA athletics billboards that are all over town that say "a cut above." I just think that's brilliant, and that is Hancock Advertising, who we work with as well. So expect some consistency and expect greatness, obviously. So we're really excited about that as well. And then I did want to let everybody know, every Saturday in September, we have these free mural tours going on. They're being led by Robert McCandless, who's a founding member of Brushing Up Nac, the mural committee. And this past Saturday, unfortunately, we had no attendees, and that made me really sad to hear, because it's a free tour. So obviously these are for visitors who the word is still catching on, but I think if locals showed up, that would be a great way to show support and also allow us to get some pictures of people walking and taking the tours, which would be great for social media and our website. So they said they're even going to be doing a tour this Saturday, so you can weave within the trucks and see the murals while you're at it. And that starts at 11 a.m. and here at the Visitor Center, and then you end up back here at the Visitor Center, and then you can go to lunch and go try a burger downtown. There you go. Your itinerary is done. I did it for you. And I think that's all I have today. But as always, let me know if you have any questions. Thank you.
Thank you, Ashley. I love it when people make my schedules for me. That's a good one. All right. We will hear now from Nacogdoches Area United Way President and CEO, Caroline Garner. Hi, Caroline. I know this is a really busy time for United Way in Nacogdoches.
Oh, yes, it's a bit of a big day for us, Kelly. Indeed, this is our annual campaign kickoff. We're having at Bonita Creek Hall again, as is tradition. That is at 5:30 this evening. So, yes, things are flying around excitedly today in a very good way. We have a great room full of fun guests. We probably still have a few burgers for you. So if you're interested in coming, it's at 5:30 tonight at Bonita. We're calling it Boots and Burgers at Bonita. How's that for alliteration? Pretty big success there, and not to conflict with the budget. Sticking with the alliteration. Sorry about the conflict with the city budget meeting. But if you're not in for that, then consider joining us. Doors open at 5:30. We have plenty of time to mingle and chat with fun crowd, and then we'll start the program, invite everybody to the burger buffet, and then talk a little bit about what we do at United Way. And then we have a special award honoree tonight that'll be Rex Perry. He's receiving an award for donating a car to our campaign for at least 10 years. I'm not sure the exact number, but he's been doing it for quite a long time, very generously in a very humble way. So we want to recognize that. And we do this because we are starting our fall campaign season. So we always invite new campaign partners. What we do is we don't campaign for office, we campaign for pledges for next year to support the 20 partner agencies in the areas of health, education, and financial stability to help the neighbors in Nacogdoches who are in need. Everything raised in Nacogdoches stays here. So even your attendance tonight will help that campaign. So put on your boots and join us if you can. And then and you can practice eating a hamburger to get ready for Ashley's Battle of the Burgers too. So we tie into that a little bit. This could be like your little appetizer, your practice in judging burgers. It's going to be catered by Cece, so I know they're going to be bodacious burgers. Also, we have just set a date for our second class, or class 2 of the Give 5 program. We launched that last spring. That is for getting retirees involved in the community, introducing them to options or opportunities for using their skills in a meaningful way, getting off the sofa and going out and being around people and making a difference in our community. It was a huge success with our first class. They are out and about and volunteering at the chamber, volunteering elsewhere. I think the CVB, Ashley, I know they visited, yes, and other organizations in town. So the dates for this class are going to be, the first class will be on October 31st, and then it goes the next 2 Thursdays, so October 31st, November 7th, November 14th, and we provide transportation and snacks and food and interesting visits. It's a field trip for them to go around and visit some of these agencies in town and see firsthand where they feel like they might be a fit. So we will have information launched on our website for that once we get past the big event tonight. So maybe even as soon as tomorrow. So check our website or just give me a call anytime for more information about Give 5. And that's all I've got for now, Kelly. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Caroline. Looking forward to kicking up our boots tonight.
Yeehaw.
All right. Well, it looks like our executive director of the Nacogdoches County Exposition and Civic Center, Anita Scott, is at the carnival. What's going on, Anita?
Yes, ma'am. Well, I just wanted to add to your itinerary this morning, Kelly. We've got a lot going on here at the Expo Center as usual. September the 12th, the Texas Farm Bureau will have a membership banquet here in the big room. Their doors will open at 5:30. And then September the 13th to the 15th is Piney Woods Youth Rodeo. So you'll be seeing a lot of cowboys and young cowboys and cowgirls around town all weekend. And then September the 14th here in the big room, we'll have the Piney Woods $10,000 steak dinner. And those tickets are $100. And of course, all the money raised is going towards the Piney Woods Fair Livestock Association to support the youth of Nacogdoches. And so for those animals that are sold here during the Piney Woods Fair. September the 20th, Piney Woods Oral Surgery will be here. They're doing a seminar all day. And then September the 20th through the 22nd, again, we'll have another youth rodeo. It's the Region 5 High School Rodeo. And then September the 21st, we have East Texas Gospel Explosion. And again, that's a concert. And the doors will open at 4 p.m. and the show will start at 5 o'clock. Their general admission is $30 and $40 for the VIP tickets. And then September 27th through the 29th is a gun show. And of course, like I spoke about, the Piney Woods Fair, that's October the 9th through the 13th. And so there's a lot of things going on now till the fair. And of course, during the fair, all the livestock shows, stage entertainment, the midways going on. It's going to be a lot of fun. We encourage you to go to our Facebook page to check it out, and also our website at nacexpo.net. And of course, you can call us here at the Expo Center if you have any questions about anything, or if you're interested in booking the Expo Center for a future meeting or whatever. We can do it large or small. Our office number is 936-564-0849. And, we're here Monday through Friday and a lot of times on the weekends as well. So that's about all I have today, Kelly.
Well, thank you, Anita. It sounds like a lot of fun over there.
Yeah, we got a lot going on for you.
I do want to jump in with a note from Melissa Russell. She's with our ADAC office, and she did have to leave, but she wanted to let everyone know that the next Nac-Can Coalition meeting is September 19th, noon to 1. Lunch will be provided at the Burke Center in Nacogdoches on North University. And they're going to be looking at introducing a city ordinance for no new vape shops entering Nacogdoches. If you're interested, you can email her, and her email address is there. Also, ADAC is a member of the chamber, so you can find their contact information in our online directory. Okay, I saw Gary Lee Ashcraft on our call representing Sawmill Sixth Man for SFA. Hello, Gary Lee.
Hi there, you all, Action Jacks and all that. Sawmill Sixth Man for the basketball team is cranking up. People are beginning to think about that. We've added new players. You can find out who they are, all their stats on our Sawmill Sixth Man Facebook page, or anything Sawmill Sixth Man. It's very, very active. We expect to have a very good team, a very good season this season, and we're back to the Southland, all those things. So going to be an exciting year, and I hope you'll pack the Coliseum when we get started in September, or I'm sorry, in December. On collectives, that's what we're called. We have a Sawmill collective too that I want to talk about, and it's put on by the athletic department. It's very active. You can go to that site just by going to the Sawmill Collective, and if you're more interested in tennis, soccer, football, each of the collectives, women's basketball, now have a person representing them. You can click on that and donate to that sport that you most have interest in or passion for and what have you. I know the football team is really going to be exciting this year, and they have a collective now. And keep in mind that several years ago, we started across the country paying athletes. Our athletes don't get millions of dollars. I hope they will someday, but we're doing the best we can to make sure that we do pay the athletes. Our athletes all across the board are very humble about and appreciative of receiving whatever they do. Our guys in the basketball team, about $300 a month, and it makes a difference in their living circumstances and what have you, because they do nothing but work hard to be the best basketball team in the conference. So do that. If that's something that would appeal to you, we would appreciate it. Know there's a lot of fundraising for a lot of things, but a little bit of money going that direction makes a big, big difference in both our performances and also in our recruiting ability for the future, which we're already recruiting for another season. So there you go. If you have any questions about Sawmill Six Man, would like to talk to me. I don't know, Kelly, if you can throw this up on the board or not. I can't. My number is 936-552-6408, and I'd love to talk to any of you, visit with you about collectives, about our specific collectives, the Sawmill Sixth Man, and there you go. So I think that's enough said. Thank you, Kelly, for allowing me the opportunity to speak. I love to speak, as you know. Oh, and come out tonight. If you want to talk to me tonight, you can, but we're going to be talking about the United Way tonight. And please support the United Way. It's a very, very, very important organization to provide all of you all with employees, because we help the folks that need us most and get them working again. So there you go, plug for United Way, Caroline.
We'll just set you up for 30 seconds spots, Gary Lee. We'll just get your contract ready. Did I miss anyone? I know we had a few folks off today, but we certainly filled this hour with a lot of good information. If I missed someone, you have an opportunity to jump in right now. I will give you Lisa. Hi, Lisa Crawford.
Hi, everybody. I actually am with Workforce Solutions, Deep East Texas. Mark Duran was unavailable today, so I'm sort of standing in his stead. And we just have 3 quick things I wanted to let you guys know about. I work very closely with Christina Ward, as a matter of fact, and she and I are partnering on a big event on the 18th at SFA, along with Partners for Rural Impact and Partners Resource Network. That's a transition event for young adults with disabilities. We're expecting probably close to 400 attendees, so it'll be a big event. Again, September 18th from 10 to 2 at the SFA Student Center. We'll have sessions with guest speakers, close to 30 exhibitors, and it is open to the public. So I'm going to drop the registration form in the chat right now for you, and please feel free to pass that along. So there's that one. And then secondly, we are partnering with Angelina College to host a manufacturing day. That's October 4th from 9 to 2. And we are looking for employers who might want to have an exhibitor's booth at that event. So if you're interested in joining us for that, if you are a manufacturer or you know of or work with manufacturers that might be interested in joining us there, I'll add that to the chat as well. Registration information. And then lastly, every year for the last 4 summers in a row, we've hosted what we call a teacher externship, where we pair local teachers with local employers for a week in the summertime, and they go out and work with them, and they get to really see what working with our local employers is like. It's been a very beneficial program. So yeah, we pair them with high demand jobs so they can take that information back to their students. And it's been very rewarding. So we want to do a couple little shout outs. Congratulations to 2 teachers from Nacogdoches ISD, Mark Ampofo, who partnered with NacSpace, and Charles Avornio with eTech. And then we also had a 3rd Nacogdoches employer, NIBCO, who we paired with a middle school teacher from Center ISD in Shelby County. So lots of participation from Nacogdoches, and we appreciate that. We encourage you to watch the video. I'll link here in the chat and let us know your thoughts on that. And please also share that with folks as you like. And that's all I have.
Thank you, Lisa. I'm so glad you jumped on there. Please give greetings to Mark and the team. We appreciate what you're doing in our area.
Thank you. I'll pass that along. Thanks very much.
Okay, well, I will copy and paste these things in the comments of the recorded version on YouTube. For the Chamber of Commerce, we have some big things going on. We are celebrating the last of our chamber year. We will end this year at the end of September. So we have a couple more ribbon cuttings, one today for Sydney Lucas Marketing, and later this month with Dr. Erin Polk dentist. And we are getting, and also Lumberjack Harley Davidson will be celebrating with them. So we are getting ready for our annual meeting and banquet on September 24th. It is going to be a great affair, and all I have to say about it right now is if you would like to be there, you better get a ticket. We will sell out. Also, we're preparing for our Blueberry Golf Bash. That'll happen in October at Woodland Hills. And if you want to play golf, you can. We have 4-man scramble format there, so you can get a team. Or if you want to be there as a volunteer or a sponsor, we would love to have you. We're taking donations for the goodie bags or raffle prizes. So there's lots of ways you could be involved with that. And if you're just interested in more about our Chamber of Commerce, we ask you to give a call or stop in and visit with us. We're right here at 2516 North Street. Thank you, guys. We appreciate you joining us today. Have a wonderful week ahead.